Hey guys, welcome to day 5 of Leviathan week. Things are going pretty well. What we'll be tackling today is the Stern Guard and unfortunately finishing off some more work on the Apothecary that I was supposed to get done during the Twitch stream last night, but the Twitch stream was off the hook. Can't believe I just said that, but you know what I mean. Loads of people on chatting for the entire time. I barely got to put brush to model because we were having such good chats, about 50 people on the stream, so that was awesome. So hopefully that trend continues and the stream continues to grow. We've been seeing some nice growth on it in the last couple of weeks, so I really do hope that continues and you guys are enjoying it. If you haven't checked it out, I do stream every single Tuesday and Thursday between 8 and 10 p.m. Irish time. So yeah, like I said, Leviathan week is going well. The Stern Guard and the Apothecary, I'll just do a quick swing around, are on my desk right there, ready to get started for the day. The rest of Leviathan is on this table here, pretty much ready to rock and roll. So we are in we're in a pretty good place. That the room is officially wrecked again because I've been doing Leviathan week. This is what happens when you do hobby weeks. Like, there's just piles of things that shouldn't be there. The desk is in tatters again. It's all wrecked, but it's fine. We'll make do. You guys seem to be enjoying me showing you off some random things from my cabinet. So yeah, here's I know I did a whole video on this a while ago, but I didn't have as many subscribers when I did it, so perhaps you guys are more curious to see it again now. These are my currently 3 painted Krieg shelves. This is my Death Corps of Krieg army. There is a 4th shelf with a bunch of beautiful new forgeable tanks which need to get painted on. They're all going in the Krieg army. But yeah, this is basically my basic infantry shelf with all the different versions of Krieg infantry. Then there's the 2 heavier teams. My big Archvillain Games Dreadnought, I like to call the Iron Duke, who I use as a knight. My diorama I did for Station Forges, painting competition, some weapon teams and horses, and my chimeras and griffin, bigger mortars and stuff. And then my shelf with Gorgon and some of my tanks and my artillery pieces and some other bits and pieces I need painting. My artillery tractor, who's adorable. So yeah, a bunch of different things to see. My favorite army that I've ever done pretty much is my Krieg force, so super proud of that. Maybe when I add all those extra tanks plus all the extra infantry I have to paint for it, maybe I'll do another reveal video with like an update and showing you guys where I'm at with it then, if you are curious to see that. So, but with that out of the way, it is time to now start putting paint on some Stern Guard. Beautiful models, and I'm not really too worried about painting them. I think it's going to be quite a fun process, so let's get stuck into that. Okay, so we have the beautiful Stern Guard today, and of course finishing off that Apothecary that didn't get done on the Twitch stream. The Stern Guard was another unit like the Terminators that I was quite looking forward to, but funnily enough not looking forward to with my Flesh Tearers. That's not to say I wasn't looking forward to them. I just loved the fact that they have those beautiful robes down the front, and I have a second set of Leviathan, and the Marines from that are going to be joining my Black Templars. So I think these guys are going to fit in so well with the Black Templars. I might change out their shoulder pads and heads maybe, but other than that, they're going to be these exact miniatures. It's going to be great. Obviously taking my time with the red coat that I'm giving on the power armor, because I do not want to hit those robes with this, as they're going a light grey or a dark grey color, like I've been doing for all of the like capes and robes for my Flesh Tearers. Once again, going with the idea that the Flesh Tearers are not an opulent chapter. They're very much utilitarian. They're very much, they know that they are butchers. They are sent in as killers to do dirty work and bad jobs, and they don't consider themselves to have like glorious honor like many other chapters. In the Devastation of Baal, they consider themselves so cursed that they tried to put themselves in a position where they would be wiped out to a man, just to have one last glorious stand. But of course, Dante had other ideas on how that should go, and he managed to save them. So with that in mind, there's not going to be a lot of gold across my Flesh Tearers army. There will be some gold, some badges and some stuff like this, but I don't think there should be a lot of flamboyancy, and that does also include things like the capes. I don't think they would have these big bright red or yellow capes. So I've gone for a nice subtle grey, not a color that's going to kind of detract attention away from the blood red armor. And I think that's going to suit the armor really, really well. I've done it on a couple of captains and stuff already. The Blade Guard veterans had it, and I think it looks really cool. So I'm going to continue on that style and motif with the rest of these guys. Of course, there's a couple of extra steps to these than the regular Marines, so I'm giving myself as much time as I gave myself for 10 of those Infernus Marines yesterday, as I am for 5 Stern Guard and a few bits on an Apothecary today. I will have to set aside some time now to get the miniatures from Indominus and Leviathan layered up, because I do not intend to leave them at this stage, although I'd be quite happy to play games with them, like I've said a few dozen times before. I would quite like them to be layered up. And I think what I'm going to do is, an interesting way I thought about doing it was every evening I just layer the red on one miniature. And once that's done across an entire army, I can grab them squad by squad and layer of the black and the silver and stuff. That'll take no time at all. It's just the red that will slow it down. So I thought to myself, there's going to be like 50 miniatures, so like a month and a half painting the red on, or layering up the red on a model a night. I think that would be a nice relaxed way of getting through it all without trying to stress myself out or try and find myself hours and hours of time to try and get these models across the finish line. So let me know what you think of that as an idea, because I think it's quite an interesting one. And I've had that idea on a few projects before. Whew, okay, lunchtime, day 5. Things are going well. The unit of Stern Guard are indeed progressing quite nicely. Not that it'll focus on those guys at all. Why would it do that? Really nice miniatures to paint, like I thought they were going to be. Very much enjoying the process of painting these slightly more detailed miniatures. Whilst I do it, I'm on Audible listening to Dan Abnett's The Armor of Contempt, a Gaunt's Ghost novel, and thoroughly enjoying that. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to break for lunch now. Then I'm going to come back and start working on the bases and get all the metallics and stuff done. Any other details that need to be done, like purity seals or their emblems on their shoulder pad, and then get them washed. Hopefully that won't take all day, and I will get like an hour or so at the end of the day to get some more work done on that Apothecary as well, that I didn't get to finish on the Twitch stream. So that is my hopes for after lunch. Yeah, we're kind of closing in on the finish line of Leviathan week. And I'm excited to see all of the sets. I'm going to put the Indominus set and the Leviathan set on the same table and have a look at kind of both of them, just to see an overall oomph of miniatures painted in the last kind of couple of weeks. I think it would be really cool to see. So yeah, hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. I will see you guys after lunch. So now it's time to work through some of the other bits and pieces on the miniature, get the rest of the kind of base coats on, whether that be the silver or the gold, or get the purity seals done with the Agros Dunes, the Volupus Pink. There's just loads of extra bits that need doing across these miniatures. I have very much enjoyed doing Leviathan week, just like I enjoyed doing Indominus week. I know from the outside in it looks like I'm half killing myself, but I genuinely quite enjoy having a lot of work to do. I like a project I can sink my teeth into and spend a lot of time on. And like I said in previous videos, I would quite like to do this a good bit more in the future. Maybe not like once a month or whatever, maybe once a quarter to start with. It could end up being a once a month thing if you guys really enjoy the content. And I do have an idea for another version of this that I could do next. And I've got a pretty special box set that I would quite like to do. So I'm going to show that off in tomorrow's video, where I do a final recap of the week and the Indominus week as well. I'm going to throw them in together just to see all the models laid out in one table. I think it'll be pretty cool to see. But I would like to hear all of your feedback. Like literally not just this was great. I mean, I like hearing that this was great and you enjoy it and stuff like that. But if you have any specific gripes that you're not happy about, or are things you think may improve it, please don't hesitate to put a comment down below. Comments help push the video out to more people, so I will absolutely take care of all of them. My favorite things is people that have learned that the videos get helped if you comment, and they just comment for the algorithm, which just helps me out immensely, but then I don't have to do a crazy big reply. So I really do appreciate those people who take the time. Now it's on to that basing material. I've actually pretty much burned through my first pot of this AK Firelands. I did try and order another pot the other day, but it was sold out from my friendly local hobby stores. Hopefully I get more of that back in soon, so I can continue on. I'm down to about my last kind of 1/6 of the pot kind of thing. So because I've used it so much now, it's starting to dry up a little bit. I've almost passed its date, if that makes sense. I also love the idea of how many people joined along with Leviathan week. Obviously, I didn't expect anyone to get Leviathan done with me unless they took a week off of work and did it with me. But I like the idea of people just getting some hobby done, clearing a few things off their backlog, And the challenge aspect of it seems to have helped a lot of people. People have been gravitating around that, which I think is pretty cool. Now it's time for that null and oil stage, but of course the camera just wants to focus on my hand, and it keeps popping in and out of focus. So I apologize for that. As we've seen, obviously, all these miniatures, I've basically shown you how to paint them all in previous videos. You know how to paint a Flesh Tear Marine. I showed you a video on how to paint the Terminator, the Dreadnought, and the Lieutenant. Those were all full comprehensive videos that I released before this series. So if you do want to check those out, there will be in the same playlist as the Leviathan week. But then also, I know that people are going to be curious as to how the Librarian and the Apothecary get painted. And obviously, you can see me throwing a shade on the Apothecary right now. Like I said, I've got a second set of Leviathan I'm going to be doing for my Black Templars. So I will be doing comprehensive videos on both of those on my channel. One of them will be a Patreon exclusive, and then one of them will be on general release. So if you want to check that out, if you want to see both, you can see links to my Patreon below. With that, like I said, you get access to an extra video every single week. So that's 52 extra videos a year and access to a private Discord server and a bunch of other rewards. So if you're interested in enjoying more of my content, there's links to that below. This is me at the end of my 5th day, so bear with me if my voice is a little tired. My progress is a little slow. I've got one more day to get through, and then I can have a nice relaxing Sunday. Okay guys, day 5 of Leviathan week has come to a close. I'm really happy with the results from today. I did manage to basically get paint on every single miniature from the Leviathan box set. Now there is the full set, every single model, base coated, washed, looking slick. Super pleased. Got a little bit more work to do on his base. Even got the Apothecary cleaned up and washed after not getting him done on the Twitch stream. Tyranids obviously looking really cool. That will not be the kind of final time I'll show you that force. I've basically finished the painting now. So obviously I didn't get this video out to you guys. Tomorrow's video is going to be like a recap video. So I'm going to show you guys basically all the work I did on Leviathan and Leviathan and Indomitus. Yeah, I'll show you Dominion too if you want. That's fully painted already. And just do a recap video of how I thought the 2 weeks went. I might even tell you all the different statistics of stuff if you'd like to know, like the effect that the videos and channels like that will have, or sorry, how weeks like this affect my channel. If you're curious to know about that, I'm sure I can get a couple of bits and pieces for you. But yeah, super pleased. My Leviathan set has all the miniatures base coated and washed. The Tyranids are done. But the Space Marines obviously have to get some layering work done and finished up, so I'm excited to do that and add them to the models I did from the Indomitus set, which is really cool to see. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for sticking around for another Leviathan day. Do the usual things that you've been doing for the entire series so far, which is like and comment below. That really does help push out the video to more people. If you're not already subscribed, please do take 2 seconds out of your day and hit that subscribe button. It means the absolute world to me. I want to say a huge thank you again to all the people who showed up for my Twitch stream last night. There was like 50 of you guys on hanging out and doing hobby, which was kind of crazy to see, so I really do appreciate that. I will do some more showcase stuff very soon, and in tomorrow's video I will also show you some of the potential box sets that I have that you might be curious to see me do one of these crazy weeks on, including one particularly special one that my Twitch stream knows about, but you guys don't. So you'll have to stop back tomorrow and find out about that. All right, thank you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow.